going on? It's your homeboy Kaz back at it again with the Keeping It 200. I keep it 100 for you. I keep it 100 for me, baby. Now, we're going to talk about the New York Knicks. Now, you know I'm a LeBron fan. You know what I mean? Wherever LeBron go, I go. You know what I mean? But nevertheless, you know what I mean? It's not about LeBron. It's about the Knicks. And I kept telling people that, you know what I mean? Some people believe the NBA is rigged and it's sports entertainment and anything can go. But I kept telling people that, yo, I think the Knicks is going to win. Now, this is why I always thought the Knicks was going to win, because they won the in-season tournament. Then, during the playoffs, they wound up sweeping Jokers. That ain't happened. 2 teams back-to-back, and then you go in, wound up beating the Spurs 2 in a row. All those wins like that. I said, you know what? New York ain't won since 1972-73, since Phil Jackson and Walt Clyde Frazier and all like that. You know what I mean? Spike Lee was in the stands talking about that. But nevertheless, like I said, it's New York time. And I believe the New York Knicks is meant to win. Now, like I said, before they even beat the Spurs, I was saying they was going to beat. I was all going back and forth with people in my job. And they like, nah, you know what I mean? The Spurs going to win. They can't do nothing with Wembley. But what I told them was, you got to understand, young niggas, yeah, they might be faster, but the Knicks got more experience. They've been in the league more. These young dudes, yeah, they play good, but when the lights get bright, they start making a lot of mistakes. And if you wind up watching the game, you wind up seeing that they was doing bad passes, taking bad shots. They wasn't really giving Wemby the ball like that, and I knew that was going to happen, because once again, they need to wind up losing and then coming back to win. And besides, Wemby young as hell, man. He can win in a couple years. He got at least 10 more years in him. You know, hopefully he bulk up and stuff like that. But nevertheless, like I said, it ain't their time to win. For them to get there and win, you know what I mean, it shouldn't happen. That's just like OKC. I don't think OKC should have won like that. But they beat the Pacers team without Halliburton. But it is what it is. You know, OKC was doing a lot of flopping, a whole lot of BS throughout the whole season. And people was mad. I couldn't even watch the games because they was cheating and doing all that. The rest was pretty much had it in for them. But the Spurs won. But nevertheless, back to the Knicks. Like I said, I think the Knicks is going to have the most magical season because of all that stuff. They're going to probably be the only team to win the in-season tournament and win the championship. You thought they was going to only steal one, maybe none at the Spurs. Now imagine when they get back to New York City, you already see the fans out there in front of Madison Square Garden. We spoken on that loud pack. You got jokers jumping off the lights in the crowd, and people, if you ain't a Knicks fan, you get messed up out there. They throwing stuff at you. You know how New York City get, baby. So now just imagine when the Spurs get there. Yeah, man, they ain't going to never see a crowd like that. They can't even probably walk through. The streets going to be flooded. Inside the building, I could only imagine. New York could taste that blood, baby, like a vampire at night. You know what I mean? They got 2 up already. You know what I mean? Hopefully they don't lose, but I believe they're going to win. Like I said, New York City going to have the most magical season. They're going to be the only team to win the in-season tournament, to win the championship, have that streak like that, a constant games of winning in a row. So, you know, I ain't mad at it. Then you got to understand, baby, I'm a Jersey boy. Who a Jersey boy? That's right. Big Body Brunson is a Jersey boy. Cat is a Jersey boy. You know, Jersey in the house leading New York the way that's what I'm saying. But nevertheless, like I said, you know, the Knicks is in a good spot. Hopefully they close it. And besides, you know what I mean? Everybody want to see that. That's why you got all the stars out. Hell, nigga, I might even come to Madison Square Garden, because when they win that championship and they wind up going through the city like that, I might need to be out there just to see I was there, just for history purposes. Because 50-something years for the Knicks to win is a long damn time, and I can't be mad at that. So nevertheless, like I said, I got to keep it 100 for you. I keep it 100 for me. Let's go, Knicks. Go, New York. Go, New York. Go.